on this edition of the news.
A drink to that.
$1,400 is crazy. Here was another very rare item. This was no grade, but it's a Revenge of the Jedi concept card, hand-drawn. I've seen one of these on Facebook before. It might be the same one. But it's hand-drawn, hand marker, and it was kind of a concept drawing card back by the engineers when they were first trying to come up with how the Revenge of the Jedi, or Return of the Jedi later, card backs were going to look for the packaging, the new Kenner line of packaging. So no grade on an archival case. They couldn't give it a grade because it's just a hand-drawn concept. And it was, value code was $10,000 to $20,000. It sold for $22,000. So about 10% above the upper end of the range. So go on. You can go on Hakes and read about it. You know, I won't read through the whole description, but it's a pretty rare item. And on the back, they used a standard 45 back ESB card as the back of it. And then, it was probably a blank front that they used or they could have just scribbled over in black the 45 back that they used for this. So very rare item, very cool.
That was the update on that Revenge of the Jedi hand-drawn proof card. Awesome stuff. A lot of money. Woo! Welcome everybody to Usualmike Television, your home action figure news. Today on the show, some reveals. Going back to the live stream, there was a little bit before the live stream, some during the live stream obviously, and some after. Today, this video gives them to you all. Some good stuff. Some ordinary stuff as well, but we'll get to that. First up, what makes Star Wars brilliant? Our lovely Princess Leia VC 316. No relation to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Finally revealed. There's a picture of the old VOTC version of her. Have a look at that. And the improvement now is worlds apart. The backs are going to be probably very, very similar. Comes out on the 1st of August alongside a re-release of R2-D2 VC 149. 149 was formerly weathered. This is minty clean, beautiful, beautiful. It's the wave that I called that they were going to be in. You can see them all. Lovely, lovely. Another interesting 3-pack coming. We've heard about this, the Masters of Evil. Who are the Masters of Evil? Apparently, according to Disney, it's Vader. Yes. Thrawn. Because he's been in their shows. And Grievous. So, if you're an OT fan, the old school ones were Vader, Palpatine, and your boy Grand Moff Tarkin. They were the evil, but now they've moved on, and this Grievous isn't exactly the same Grievous as that first release. This is the white one, which was in the Tartovsky one. It's the white one. Is it the right one? You tell me. It's going to be $79.99 USD. Comes out on the 1st of January 2025. I can guarantee you some of you will have that earlier. There'll be people going, I got it for Christmas in 2024. I'm not a big fan of this packaging. It just looks like blister packs for 6-inch. It is what it is. If you enjoy it, pick it up. Next we move across and have a look at the Holocom figures. The Holocom figures are Darth Maul, going to be a Target US exclusive, and the Darth Vader Amazon exclusive. Now, a lot of people have said these are hard peg warmers. If you like them, you buy them. If you've got them already, here's a few more to add to the collection. I'm not going to say don't get them. These action figures are characters that are cool, that are in the lore, that mean something to people. So if you want to collect every single Darth Vader that ever singly made, here's another one. Speaking of something that's made recently, the Black Series Balin Scroll. It's back again in a new box with a robe. I think this is that Simpson meme.
Wait, don't be fooled. She's just a regular Malibu Stacy with a stupid cheap hat.
But she's got a new hat.
It is, instead of a hat, it is a robe. Literally the only thing different. The same character, the same sculpt, the same color. He's got a robe and in a new box. How about that? The original one was in box number 9. Now this one comes in box number 13. Balin Scroll Mercenary. Do you like it? What do you think? Is it just Hasbro being lazy? People screamed and said, it's not done properly, and then they quickly threw one out again. If they waited a while, this would be okay, but it's literally riding straight on the back of the first one. Too soon? Will it sell? Maybe they might have to hold it off for a year. Leave it on pre-order on the 12-month cycle. Bale and Scroll. Alright, next up we'll talk about the HasLab. The HasLab is supposed to be announced on the 4th of May. What's it going to be? Now, I've heard it's a sandcrawler, but there's also Mr. Stevie on the Instagram. He knows what it is, and he'll put you on the. He put this on Instagram. Put up the picture, and then he put this up, and it reads, "A new chapter of storytelling begins this May." I don't know what to think. Maybe he's throwing us a curveball. I don't want a new chapter of Star Wars. If it's the new Star Wars, I don't want any part of it. And most of us don't. We'll lambast it that hard. If he's putting us on a curveball and it's OT, I don't mind. However, Yakface put this on there. Cheers.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
That song. What is Cheers? Cheers is a bar. What's a bar in Star Wars that's very familiar? That's right, the Cantina Bar. So there's 3 options for you. Something new that we don't even know anything about yet, a sandcrawler, or the Cantina Bar. Take your pick. I'm happy with the latter 2. Now we move on to the Acolyte. We had that trailer, which has absolutely been roasted on the internet. There's so many videos out there talking about this show and what it doesn't represent in Star Wars. It's trying to get its own thing going, you know. I'm not a fan. You can love this thing, you can hate this thing, I don't care. This is not Star Wars to me. This trailer represents the new ideology of the world where everything's got to be labeled and presented in a silver platter, and it's like you have to accept it. You don't have to accept nothing. Everyone is their own person, and we will choose what we like and what we don't like. And this, I'll show you a little clip as to why.
Which brings us to the latest Star Wars trailer, The Acolyte. Now, before we start, I have to point out, I have a huge problem with the creator of The Acolyte, the very fake and spongy looking Leslie Headland, who always sounds like the drunk, annoying friend everyone has that has to exaggerate every story.
Star Wars saved my life.
Who was the former personal assistant of Harvey Weinstein. Every personal assistant of Harvey Weinstein has stated they knew what type of person he was and what he was up to. All of them except Leslie Headland. Somehow, she was the only person in Hollywood who didn't know the truth about Harvey Weinstein. Quite amazing.
Congratulations, you 5 ladies no longer have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein.
And it's weird because he promised some of his other personal assistants flourishing careers in Hollywood if they let him indulge in his weird sexual requests.
He was clear about what he was looking for. So if I did this, just one thrust and it will all be over, that I would then, you know, enjoy a rich and fulfilling career in film.
But I'm sure it's just a coincidence that Leslie Headland has been given the keys to one of Hollywood's biggest franchises at Hollywood's biggest studio with all the experience she has. Kathleen Kennedy, whose dream was to always work with Roman Polanski, yes, that Roman Polanski, has decided to take Leslie under her wing because it's just one big group of weirdos in Hollywood.
Goes for Roman Polanski for the pianist.
So a bunch of characters were revealed. Number 2, let's have a look, is Jedi Master Soul. Where have I heard that name before?
I feel like a complete idiot.
Number 3 is a Jedi Padawan, Jackie Elon. This girl is not an actress. She is an activist. Go and have a look at her Instagram and tell me why I should care about her. Next up is Jedi Knight Yord Fander, who's suffering an existential crisis because he doesn't know when to tell his mum and dad that he's gay. Jedi Master Indara. Is it Indara or is it Nana? Old lady Jedis, my favourite. And then there's May, the assassin. Yes, assassins that are supposed to look like they blend into society, and she sticks out like a sore thumb. And in a world of blasters and pistols, she got some knives. Great stuff. There's also 2 in TVC, which is Sol and May. Once again, the scales aren't balanced because they could only do so much. I wouldn't be too upset. These are okay for what they are. I mean, Hasbro got a brief, they were sent, make some of these. They've done their job. They tried to sell it as well as they could on the live stream and be happy and joyful and yay, but in the long run, the show will fail. These figures won't sell. The thing that annoys people is for a long time, we had Jedis in the Red and Black series. There's Obi-Wan and Anakin and bloody Kit Fisto. No robes. Hello? Every single Jedi here has a robe. They are what they are. If you like them, buy them. I'm not putting them on my Amazon affiliates link because I don't want to shill these things at all. I can make a joke at it, but I'm very serious. I've got principles here. I don't care for a show that doesn't represent my Star Wars, your Star Wars, all of our Star Wars. They're trying to change it so hard, and this is proof that they're doing that. So buy it if you want it. I'm not gonna be harsh on you if you do. We all collect differently. Anyway, rumor time. Darth Sidious. Darth Sidious was rumored today from yakface.com, who said originally he said it was going to be Dooku, and found out it's Darth Sidious. He made a mistake. Welcome to the club, brother. This will be Revenge of the Sith. There is no color for Revenge of the Sith. He's got the yellow on there, but you never know what they're going to do. Probably go another blue again. And speaking of colors, the color scheme for the Galaxy Class boxes, which are now the square Galaxy Class boxes. This image shows us, you can see Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith is blacked out. There's no color for it. According to this chart, New Hope with the orange, Empire Strikes Back with the blue, Return of the Jedi with the green, Force Awakens, haven't seen a color for that. Last Jedi is red. There's no action figures from The Last Jedi, but we do have a helmet which has that red coloring on it. Rise of Skywalker in the light blue, Rogue One, Star Wars Story, the aquamarine green, Solo, a Star Wars Story. No boxes made in the Galaxy Class for Solo, so it's blacked out as well. The Clone Wars in yellow, Star Wars Rebels in purple, The Mandalorian in an orange, Bad Batch in the red, Book of Boba Fett in a green, Star Wars Andor in an orange, Obi-Wan Kenobi in a blue, Ahsoka in a blue, Acolyte, they said in an all new color, looks a lot like that Andor, under lights it looks like Andor's color, in the red as well, and then the Game Greats in a blue, Clones of the Republic in a blue as well. I thought that was an interesting graphic to show you all from StarWars.de. They keep a track of the color schemes for us. Brilliant stuff, fellas. Now on to some pipelines that they talked about. You've probably seen this image on the internet so many times. Dedra Miro from Andor. You know, Andor's not the greatest for action figures, and we're adding another one, so what can I say? She's a decent actress. I hope they do the figure justice. These are Black Series, by the way. Imperial Armored Commando, Army Builder, very cool design. Ahsoka. They wrote Pedira? Why didn't they just call her Ahsoka the White? She's not even dressed in white in that photo. But yes, Ahsoka the White. Yet another Ahsoka. We're getting so many Ahsokas. She's catching up to Vader. Walmart's getting the Captain Enoch and the Night Trooper 2-pack. As soon as Vintage Collection gets something that Black Series don't, Black Series turn around and go, "Gotcha, bitch!" And they're back in the game. Disney Stores and Hasbro Pulse have an exclusive Yoda and Clone Commander Gree. It's a comic edition where Clone Commander Gree is going to be in the green and white stripe, not in the Commando colors. Yoda's going to look a little bit different. I don't know. We'll see what this looks like when it turns up. Switching over to TVC, the Jetpack Trooper, another Army Builder, decent looking one. Grand Admiral Thrawn, probably a scaled down version of the ones revealed for 2025 of the Black Series. The 4-pack X-Wing Pilot. This will be in those little white boxes, and Boss Bounty, I mentioned in his comment section, he picked up on that it's all Snowspeeder pilots, not X-Wing pilots in that photo. Good call, brother. Blurg and Mando Deluxe box. People have been asking for this for ages, and also, if you remember that quick little video I did before I had a big little run of work that took me away from the internet for a while, the playset, I knew there was a playset getting revealed, talked about being an extension to the Tantive 4 playset, but it wasn't that at all. It turns out to be Moff Gideon's Light Cruiser hallway playset, which will probably be a lot like the Tantive 4, except all the walls will be going to be black, and in the gaps they'll probably say you can put those Dark Troopers in there. Remember the Dark Troopers that were like deluxe packs? They'll probably mount onto the wall and you'll have to buy like 8 of them to do, you know, 4 in one wall, 4 in another. They were $60 each in this country. Plus hallway, that's a lot of dollary dues. Whew. Anyway, and Bad Batch did not get a mention whatsoever, and Bad Batch fans are not happy. I hope I've got you all up to speed. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below of all the stuff. Hope to have a video as soon as I possibly can on something soon. And thank you so much to everyone who supports the channel through memberships, merch, and affiliate links. Down in the description you can find them. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, tap that little bell for notifications, slap a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. All the best.